Right, back on with this gearbox job. The recon box has come. I'm going to change the pressure plate, change the clutch plate, and change the spigot bearing in here. Renew all this, and then fit the box in. Let's see how we get on. One of my subscribers, Robert, said on these lovely days like this, where it's windy and rainy, he puts down a spray suppression flap lock, upside down, spiky side down, not nails on that. And I tell you what, it's a good idea because it don't blow away in the wind. I know them foam kneeling pads, they end up in the carriageway, they do. And this, look, it hasn't budged, and I'm dry. I might patent it. Good idea, Robert. Cheers, pal. Right, let's start this freaking mission. Remove all the bolts out of the pressure plate. Let's begin. Fucking wind. Remove your bolts a bit at a time so you're not putting loads of pressure on the last remaining bolt. End up stripping the threads. And there she flies. Check your spigot bearing in here. Check your flywheel for any ribs or anything like that, or cracks. This one looks alright. Right, there's the new clutch plate lock. It says on it there, flywheel side. So that's going to go against there, the flywheel. Flywheel side and the flywheel. Put it in your pressure plate first and lift the bad boy up. It's heavy bastard, isn't it? Third look me bolts up. Right, pressure plates on, clutch plates in. Don't tighten these bolts right, only just do them hand tight. Because you've got to line the clutch plate up with the spigot bearing in there. Right, that's what we've got, look. This is your clutch plate, that's your spigot bearing in the centre there. As you can see by this, the splines, look, of this clutch plate is not level with the internal of that spigot bearing there. If you jump something in it, look, like that, it could move. Can you see that, look, the clutch plate moving? So what we're doing is just looking through here and lining it up with the spigot bearing in there, as central as we can. But if you do get it pissed up, oh, it's a right bastard to get the gearbox in. Aye, aye. Once you think you've got it level, tighten it up, the bolts up opposite. So opposite meaning this. And bit by bit, so that one opposite. That one, bit by bit. Make sure as well that all these 4 wedges are out, don't leave them in, they'll loosen off. When you tighten these bolts up, they'll drop out. So make sure you got all 4, don't leave one in the gearbox. Ooh, that'd be nice. That'd make a lovely noise if you left one of them inside the clutch when you strike it up. Who's that rattling at the door? Oh, it's them little bits of steel in there. Not good. Keep checking as well that this is, as you tighten it up, just keep checking that this is central. It hasn't moved. I'm going to check it now. Take time as well lining this up, because honestly, if it's not straight, oh, it's a fucking nightmare. To get the gearbox in is an absolute fucking disaster. I've done it before where I think, oh fuck it, just this shit, I'll be alright. And then struggling away at the gearbox, you'll never get the gearbox in, because the input shaft just won't line up with that bearing there. So the input shaft comes go in, but all you're doing is hitting at the side like that. So you're about that far off. No, not going in, no, not going in. And then you end up having to take the gearbox all the way down, and taking all your bolts out again and relining this clutch plate. So be 100% sure that that is central with the bearing inside. Dead in the centre. or else you're in for a nightmare. No, it's a nightmare. As you tighten it, you'll see these forks coming out. Because as you're tightening the bolts up, the pressure's on the pressure plate, so it's bringing the forks out. Torque your bolts up, look. Click. Oh, that's tight. Click. That's tight. Click. Oh, it's lovely. Just checking we're still level. Near enough for fucking Newark anyway. She'll be alright. So maybe next time, when people are struggling, when you think you're struggling and you think, fucking hell, does anyone else struggle like this? Yeah, every fucker struggles. The only people I know not to struggle is people that just bomb it off, saying, no, I can't do it, it's too hard. They're the only people I know that don't struggle. All the rest of us struggle like fuck. Yeah, man. Put all your little ballast bolted in. That's the hard bit done anyway. Gearbox is in. Ballast bolts on. That's the hard slug done. A few hours in the morning, cracked it. Jobs are good in. Fucking wet. Very wet. Yeah, that bit of struggling today, getting that gearbox in. I thought I'd leave that film footage in because it's good to see someone struggling. So if you don't see someone struggling, I could have just cut it all out and just slotted the gearbox in, jobs are good. But that's not really what happens in real life, is it? We have to struggle like fucking real life, obviously. So, you know now that if you're on the job and it won't quite go in, you have to struggle. That's just the way the fucking job is. Deal with it. Get on with it. Them that don't deal with it, don't get on with it. The ones that don't complete the job or don't finish it, that just bomb it off and say, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. They're the ones that don't finish the job. Being a mechanic, you're a professional struggler. That's what we've got to deal with. So, yeah. Good luck out there, guys. Happy struggling.